rather embarrassing and cringeworthy sit down of Donald Trump in Washington, D.C., where at this point, he can't help but completely humiliate himself when he speaks and show why he truly deserves none of our votes. So I've lined up a few of these clips to fact check, debunk, and provide the needed context.
See, she's defective. She's a defective person. And we don't need another defective person as president of the United States. We just had that.
Quite a few things to point out with this one. This defective president he's talking about in Biden has negotiated the biggest hostage deal America has seen since the Cold War, created over 15 million jobs. Even after recouping the lost jobs that Trump fumbled and got rid of, he's created over 100,000 more monthly jobs on average than Trump ever did. He's brought wages up, kept us from the brink of economic collapse that Trump had us in with negative GDP, negative inflation, jobs shut down, losing those jobs. He tackled inflation, bringing it under 3%, the inflation that was caused by massive spending from Trump and the Fed during an economic shutdown under Trump. Biden then went on to cut child poverty in half, canceled more student debt than any president in history, oversaw record stock market closings, brought manufacturing back to America while investing in infrastructure, something that Trump promised and failed to deliver on, capped insulin prices for seniors at $35 and out-of-pocket medicine costs annually at $2,000, and signed the first gun legislation since I was in elementary school, where gun crimes have dropped nationally ever since. And what's that saying about throwing stones in a glass house again? You know, what happens when you do that? Because Trump just talked about wind lowering bacon consumption. He said that controlling the airports won the Revolutionary War in 1776, said he would sleep with his daughter if she wasn't his daughter, talked about windmills and birds like some grand conspiracy, confuses world leaders regularly, confused Nikki Haley and Nancy Pelosi. I mean, he is clearly the defective old man in the race, while Kamala is young, fresh, and sharp, and her campaign is full of energy.
I have a debate coming up with this one, and she didn't want to debate. She didn't want to debate. They were not happy about it, but they got the network that they wanted.
Yeah, except Kamala accepted the debate with no hesitation, and Trump at first said that he wasn't going to do it, then said that he wouldn't debate her at all, then said he would only do it on Fox and if she agreed to all of his terms, then finally, being drugged, kicking and screaming, accepted the debate. Then he went on to say, oh, well, I might not debate her. I would love to surprise her without debating her, you know? And now he's back to saying that he would. He's flip-flopped on doing it since Kamala has won the nomination. And he absolutely only accepted it once Kamala started surging and his campaign told him what a terrible move it would be for him to skip the debate. While Kamala has said that she would be there with or without him, again, without hesitation, and hasn't wavered on doing the debate while also agreeing to do multiple more debates with him.
10 or 12 million votes more than that, more than anybody had ever got. We get the most votes of anybody, of any sitting president in history. And he beat us by a whisker. And it was a terrible thing. They used COVID to cheat, and it was a terrible thing. And then I watched, and I thought it was very, very sad because of, you know, the election it brought great division to the country.
4 years later, not a shred of evidence provided to substantiate this claim. Remember when he would say that he was going to have a big press conference next week where he was going to drop all the evidence and it would be groundbreaking, and then those press conferences never happened because that evidence doesn't exist? Over 60 court cases showing no evidence, no merit to the claims, all lost by Donald Trump. Rudy Giuliani, who spread the multitude of the lies about ballot harvesting, ballot stuffing, admitting that he lied in court, literally admitting it was all a sham, and Trump still repeats this, and his sheep cult members eat it up. And if you want to talk about division, look no further than Trump, who knew that these claims were false. It's been revealed that everyone in his own administration, all Republicans, by the way, told him there were no merit to these claims. And he still riled up his supporters by sharing knowingly false information about an election to create a divide, using rhetoric to then further that divide. The hatefulness that he projects onto Democrats further that divide. The us versus them mentality that he projects furthers that divide. For him to pretend that anything but himself is what's created this divisiveness is Well, it's in character because, like everything else, he can't take accountability for what his own actions have caused. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.